Hi guys, so this is a continuation video in relation to elements of a high quality early childhood education. Next, I'm going to talk about family engagement and family interactions. Yes, for you to have a high quality early childhood education, active family engagement and family interaction is important. Research, policies, legislations has proven that parents are the primary caregiver of their young children. You need to understand that parent knows their children best. Nobody knows the child best apart from the parent. So you need to consult the parent. There must be active family engagement. It's not just all about putting in place a plan. Yes, I have a plan in relation to family engagement. You need to put action in place in relation to how you're going to implement this plan. So in relation to high quality early childhood education, there must be active family engagement, family interactions. You could do this through, for instance, open day, inviting the parent to talk to them about their children. For instance, how they can support their children at home. What are the things that you're doing with their children in the preschool? Going forward, what do they like to see in terms of family engagement? You have a meeting with them. Sometimes this meeting might be online, taking into consideration the parents that are working. So you need to consider the circumstances of the parent. Sometimes they might not be able to meet you on site, so you might have to meet them online, maybe via Zoom or Teams, a phone call and WhatsApp, keeping them up to date in relation to aspects of their children's early childhood education, what they can do to support their children, having informal conversation with them. For instance, maybe during drop off and pick up time, you're just informing them about their children, maybe discussing with them areas you have concerns, booking appointment with them that you like to talk to them about of concerns concerning their children. So it's important in relation to high quality early childhood education that there must be active family engagement, active interactions. You need to give the parent the opportunity to engage in discussions with you. For the family as well, you need to also think about the child might be living with the grandparents, might be living with the uncles, with the aunties. So you have to take all of this into consideration as well. You need to understand the circumstances where the child is coming from. You need to consider the circumstances that also surrounds the child in relation to having an active family participation, engagement, and family interaction. So this is another element of a high quality early childhood education. Next, I'm going to talk about good health and safety. In relation to high quality care and education, there must be good health and safety. So you need to put in place policies in relation to your health and safety, and not just only having a policy. You need to put in place how are you going to implement this policy. There are two things. Having a policy, it's important, but how are you going to implement this policy? For instance, you could have a policy around feeding, nutrition. You could have a policy around nutrition. So you need to break this into simple terms. So how are you going to bring this policy into life? For instance, in relation to nutrition, maybe feeding the children, how many times they are going to head in your preschool, ensuring that there are no fizzy drinks, that they're eating their balanced diet, no fizzy sweets, no cakes. So all of this will inform your nutrition policy. So you have your nutrition policy. Okay, this is what the policy you have in relation to nutrition. So how are you going to implement this policy? Yes, this is what my nutrition policy is all about. So these are the steps that I'm going to take in relation to bringing this policy into life. Policy around sleeping, around feeding, around outdoor play, around indoor play, policy around nutrition, sleeping time, care routines such as napping, changing as well. So you need to have policies around this. And it's important when you have policies, you can share the policy with the parents as well. For instance, if you have a parent that they want to enroll their children in your preschool setting, you have this policy. Don't be afraid to share this policy with them. Let them know that this is the policy that you have in place. You're trying to convince them that yes, they need to enroll their children in your preschool. But one of the ways you can convince them is to share your policy. Let them know the policy that you have in place and the implication of this policy, how you're going to materialize this policy, the steps that you're taking to bring this policy into life. So it's important in relation to high quality early childhood education. There must be health and safety that you must put in place as a preschool owner and as a preschool manager. Lastly, I'm going to talk about graduate-led workforce. Yes, it's important that in relation to providing high quality early childhood education, your workforce have to be graduate-led. It's important because, for instance, if they are graduate-led, they already have what it takes to be the expert in relation to early childhood care and education. For instance, they have a degree in early childhood, maybe they have a degree in early childhood. So they are equipped in relation to providing holistic development of the young child. So it's important in relation to a high quality early childhood education that your workforce has to be graduate led. They have to be up to date in relation to early childhood education, and not just only workforce. You also have to think of continuing professional development. They have to be lifelong learner. It's not just, yes, I have my degree in early childhood, I'm done and that's it. Hello, you're not done. You have to keep up to date in relation to what's going on in early childhood. Early childhood is evolving. And one of the ways you can keep up to date in relation to what's going on in early childhood is to ensure that your staff are trained appropriately. CPD, continuing professional development. You need to map out plans in relation to continuing professional development. Is it going to be monthly? Is it going to be quarterly? Is it going to be once in 6 months? Is it going to be twice in a year? This is something that you have to think about in relation to ensuring the professional development. So the preschool owner, as the preschool manager, what have you been implementing in your preschool to ensure that it's of a high quality standard? And going forward, based on this video, what are you going to implement in relation to ensuring that your preschool setting is of a high quality standard? And do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Subscription is free. Why don't you subscribe so that you will not miss out on content in relation to early childhood care and education? And not only just subscribe, turn on that notification bell so that whenever a new video is being dropped on this channel, you will definitely be the first person to be notified. And until I come your way next time, stay safe and mind yourselves for now. Bye.